Well, YouTube, you've done it. You have finally put the nail in the coffin. You have literally fucked this site beyond saving at this point. It was one thing with the Google+. It was another thing with the sub-glitch, and with all the other myriad, number of glitches that are all over the site that, have not been fixed for years. But this one is going to single-handedly drive a nail. Okay. That is going to single-handedly drive a nail in the coffin for a boatload of YouTube channels, what YouTube is going to do. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about it. There are a lot of the videos that have been going on, but for those of you that haven't, that's why I'm making this video. Basically, if you're with something called an MCN, a multi-channel network on YouTube, which includes Machinima, TGS, full screen, etc., YouTube is now forcing them to abide by a new policy where they have to decide if the people that they are partnering with them, that are underneath the multi-channel network, are considered to be partners or affiliates. And here's the difference between these two things. When I upload a video on YouTube, that video gets automatically monetized, and it's done. So I can schedule my videos out, 2 or 3 a day, and then when I upload them, and they're finished uploading, they monetize, and then when the video is scheduled to be posted, it posts. No problem. And this is great for me because, as you know, I work on Era of Errors, I'm working on freelance projects, I'm job hunting, I'm doing 50 different things, and when I do have a job, when I am working at work and stuff like that, I obviously can't get to my computer because I'm at work. So it's great for me because it allows my videos to post, at 1 o'clock, at 5 o'clock, at 9 o'clock, whatever else, when I may be busy, when I may be doing chores, when I may do whatever and stuff like that. Well, if you are an affiliate, which 90% of the people underneath each MCN are, because they don't meet the requirements for sub counts, which is like in the 6 figures at least, they lose this privilege. Now they have to upload a video as unlisted, and then they have to give it 2 days at maximum with a minimum of 24 hours to monetize. And they have to manually submit this video for monetization to their supervisor at their given MCN multi-channel network. After that, once it's been monetized, they have to go back to the video and manually click publish to publish that video to their subscribers at that point in time. Now, I'm sure you can see that this is obviously a problem, but let me make this even more clear. This means that for somebody like me that, posts something like 2 to 3 videos a day, my supervisor is going to have to manually go through those videos and check that. And he also checks like 4 or 500 other people. So I would say 48 hours is very, very conservative amount for getting videos monetized. Now, luckily, I do stuff very, very far in advance. I usually have videos prepared for 3 months worth of videos 3 months in advance. What this will make it a pain for me on is that when I want to upload these as scheduled videos, I will no longer be able to do that because scheduled videos are basically going to be thrown right out of the window with this process because you're going to have to manually click publish. So that's going to be a major pain for me, which means you're going to see very erratic times that videos are posted starting in January when this process is supposed to roll out. Meaning I'm probably going to have videos published at like 10 a.m. and 9 p.m. if I have a job instead of 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. when most people are on the internet looking at videos, which means my view counts will probably go down, and I will probably get less viewers and less subscribers and so forth, and overall, all around the board, it will be a negative influence on my channel. But the people this is really going to screw up are going to be the vloggers, specifically the ones that do stuff on pop culture and breaking news. Like, for instance, I don't want to really fucking, go into it too long and stuff like that, because I'm sure everybody's already heard of it, but Paul Walker's death. The minute that happened, holy fuck, guys, vlogs. Well, not anymore. Now you have to wait 2 days before that video can even go up and get monetized. So, when everybody else is fucking, oh, Paul Walker, Paul Walker, Paul Walker, you're going to have to wait fucking 2 days and then do it. And I'm just using his example because it's like the latest pop culture thing. I'm sorry that I'm using a death and so forth, but you know what I mean. That's spread like wildfire everywhere. So all those people are basically done because the people who have partnership, who have legit partnership and can just bam post it, they're going to be done. Like, they will overwhelmingly dominate. So this is yet another move by YouTube and Google that bolsters the people that are already big and fucks the people that are not big. So I just don't even know what this. They basically are screwing 90% of their user base. And then, of course, take into account that if you say, have any problems with the video, something's messed up with it, you need to re-edit it, blah, blah, blah. Well, now you got to delete it, re-upload it, and then wait another 2 days. Now, I've heard stuff about there being a whitelist that if you don't mess up and stuff like that for a while after doing this process, they will eventually whitelist you and you can be okay with that. But I have not been told any specifics on how long it takes to get on that whitelist, how easy it is to get dropped off of it, what you have to do in terms of videos, in terms of views, in terms of whatever else to get on it. And the whole thing to me is just ridiculous because I have abided by YouTube copyright rules so stringently over the past few years after all that Rock Band stuff. I have been so anal in getting permission from every single game creator that I do videos of. If it's an indie game, if it's a mainstream game, I check it meticulously to make sure that there's no music in the game that wasn't made specifically for the game itself. I get permission from the authors of the music in the indie games. I get permission from the artists. I make sure I tell them on Twitter I'm doing, etc. I have been so meticulous with getting permission on everything, and this is how I'm rewarded. They basically are rolling out a system that is going to punish 90% of the perfectly law-abiding citizens, as it were, on YouTube, because 10% of the population continues to abuse the copyright rules and is basically fucking dumb as shit and doesn't realize that uploading an entire album to YouTube is probably fucking copyright. So instead of rewarding the people who stuck by it and who haven't had any copyright strikes and stuff like that, they are punishing the people who did not do anything wrong and basically giving the people who did shit wrong yet another chance to fucking put up copyrighted shit and then finally hopefully get banned. They should have just banned the dumb fucks that were doing the copyright stuff and then don't roll this out. It's yet another change in Google and YouTube that makes perfect sense to only the people at Google. But if you ask any common person, they're going to tell you it's absolutely batshit insane and makes no sense, and it hurts everybody involved. It will hurt YouTube's monetization in terms of the money they get from their, people that make videos for them, etc. For all of us content providers, it will hurt the people at the multi-channel networks. It will hurt the people who are trying to get their stuff out there, like cross-promotional deals and networking and ads and all that stuff. It will hurt the value of ads on YouTube. It's just bad. It's just bad in general. It's a terrible thing to do. And, what are you going to do? So now there's really nowhere to go, because if you don't go with a multi-channel network, you're screwed there too, because then you're going to get even more stringent things with monetization and stuff like that for game videos, because they're still really stringent with monetization on game videos on YouTube if you're not with a multi-channel network. So I don't really know. I don't really know. I'm still obviously going to be posting YouTube videos. They're just going to be really erratically posted. I'll try and link them on Twitter and Facebook and Tumblr and stuff like that. Hopefully I can get whitelisted really quickly. But I don't know what it's going to take. So you're probably going to see me streaming a lot more, though, because, That's it. Sorry I didn't get really too raged about this one, by the way. I fucking, I'm pretty relaxed right now because I got some good sleep for once. You can tell my hair is all kind of messy, so sorry about that. Wanted to really rage, but yeah. And we will end this video at 9 seconds, or not 9 seconds, at 9 minutes. And actually we're going to take it to 10 minutes. We're going to take it to the limit. We're going to take it to the limit on this one. We're going to go another 40 seconds on this. Yeah, I got some pretty neat stuff. If you guys want to see this for the Pokemon playthrough, I'm probably going to do a video separate on these, but I got these as a kid when I was like really young and Pokemon first came out in America. I got these two cool little guys, and I picked them up when I went back home for Thanksgiving. So I don't know, I'll probably do some of them. Maybe I can do like a stop motion animation or something like that at some point. I don't fucking know, but anyways, As usual, thanks for watching, and I'm going to try my damnedest to, you know, get on that whitelist and do whatever I can, but what can you do? YouTube, good decisions, good stats. Those stats, they do a lot, even though, like, there's a 400,000 person fucking, you know, groups of people that don't want this shit. Just fuck it, I guess, you know.